Alright, I'll do a little voiceover on this video. So, I was just trying to make 1,300 bucks on 3 of my combines to pass them. I thought this model looked really clean on NASDAQ. Only issue is trading NASDAQ during the Asia session is not really what I'm trying to go for, but thought it looked clean. I wasn't risking much. Screwed up my recording here when I unplugged my HDMI, but got smoked right there. Re-enter, same model, just after retraced a bit, I still really felt confident in those highs. So I'm just hopping back in, letting that play out, just smacking my dinner in 16 times speed. So looks like a little chipmunk chewing super fast. But anyways, gold was pretty much running straight up, and I just was not a fan of what it was doing. So I didn't want to take a long. I was just waiting to see if gold would form a nice short, but it was just kind of grinding higher, so I was letting that be. At this point, those equal highs, like I thought this looked super clean. I wasn't stressing at all, thinking like without a doubt we're gonna run those highs. No need to remove my risk, no need to be afraid, just letting it rock. Just screwing around on my phone. This shit is trash, that's a fact. It was just chopping around, looking horrible. I realistically should have just exited at break even here, and that's what I was thinking. Like, man, I should definitely get out because there's no reason it should have just dumped on me like that. But I let it rock, and I end up taking the L here. So I don't think I recorded one of those shorts on the left on gold. So I took a loss, hopped in another short, just took another loss, but my accounts were all kind of in different entries. So some were still in the short, some of them got stopped out, but then I long again on the NASDAQ, kind of all over the place here. But the plan was to attack those equal highs again on the NASDAQ. And then once we reject, I said, fuck that. All right, I'm calling it a night there. I took these 3 trades on NQ. I think all of the models looked fine in my opinion. Like these are all trades that I would take and think that they're good trades. Um, I don't know. It's just NQ during the Asia session. Like I just have to stop trading that. I've told myself a couple times that like this is just not worth my time. I'm either gonna trade gold if there's a setup that I like, or I'm not gonna trade anything at all. Um, these were just pretty emotional trades. I was kind of like way too zoomed in, just thinking that, if we're just going to straight line to the upside, that there's got to be some sort of pullback between like 8 and 9 p.m. And that just didn't happen. We just kind of like chopped around in here. But I was just forcing the setups. I was just like really zoomed in, like uh, just taking kind of like emotional trades. I was ultimately just pretty pissed off that I was very close to passing all of these combines, and then I took some losses. So I let those emotions get the best of me. But uh, PPI data tomorrow. That's probably another reason why this was a completely fucking horseshit session. Was because we have that like more major news announcement coming out tomorrow morning. Same situation as yesterday where I, lost a bunch of money, or not a bunch, but I lost a similar amount of money during the Asia session, and then I made it back today in the New York session. Now I just lost again. So done for the night, and we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. So see you then. All right, baby, we back. Following morning, January 14th, 2026. Smacking this short. This is just kind of like a bread and butter model for me on ES. We form that internal SMT and I get smoked. Then I take this short on the NASDAQ once we ran up to a premium and we formed equal lows before that. It's kind of blocked off by my stupid face in the left corner. I gotta take note of that and switch things around so I don't block the recordings anymore, but you can still see my TP just about 5 grand right where it says the relative equal lows. So I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm gonna eat this retracement or consolidation and just stick to the model here. Stops at break even, no need to worry. I was confident in the draw, so I'm just letting it rock. And then we retrace into that upper imbalance, and here we have a nice strong rejection, so I'm feeling good letting it play out, just doing my business. Then here you go, you'll see it run down, hit that TP in a second, and I'll catch you in the trade recap. All right, so that concludes the New York session for me. I took these two trades on 3 of my accounts. 2 of my accounts I just didn't trade on at all. So the first trade, I thought this was clean. We had lows below that I thought the S&P 500 was going to gravitate towards. Ran up into an imbalance, broke down, shifted market structure, 15-second chart. Got in 3 contracts, scaled in another 2, and I trailed my stop loss a little bit tighter. So it was originally here. I trailed it a little bit tighter and literally got top ticked when we formed a little SMT down at these internal lows. So that's very unfortunate. Would have been a pretty good trade there. I would have taken 4 out of 5 off at this low, and then I was going to leave my last one to the standard deviation projection. Great place to finish off the trade, but it was a loss for me. Then later in the day, after that happened, the NASDAQ had made pretty much equal lows with a pretty obvious external sell side level. So I did not think that this low was valid. I thought this was super suspect. Right at 10 a.m. reverses, runs up back into the up close candles from the rejection in the morning, and then we form an SMT at these internal highs. I was feeling that this was probably going to be the reversal to send price lower. So once we started rejecting from this imbalance, got it short, held through the whole thing, hit my target. Great trade. So that passed 3 of my funded accounts, so I activated them. So I have 3 Express accounts now. All of them are just at 0 balance. And then these 2 combines, I didn't trade at all today. This P&L is from the Asia session last night. So I'm just going to keep trading those, I guess, how I see fit. So we'll try to pass those, obviously, but the main focus is now the funded accounts. So let's see. This is like round 3 on the funded accounts this month, I believe. So let's see if we can finally get a payout. So I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy your day. Peace out.